everyone, it is now 8 o'clock UK time, and I said on TikTok today that I would be going live on my Instagram for TikTok and for YouTube to review the Viviva Colors sketchbook and the Viviva Colors color sheets. Now, as you can see, I have already opened them. I did do a live before this a couple minutes ago, however I was interrupted, so I deleted the video. I was just saying how the packaging, while it is almost perfect, I have noticed that there are splodges and there are inconsistencies such as this. I don't know if this is mold or if it's just the way it comes, but yes. I mentioned how this is a little bit bent, but I think that's just because I've had stuff inside of it. Probably. But it is a little bit bent, and I noticed that it was not exactly handled with care, but you know what, that's okay, that's fine. I am going to be swatching all the colours with normal paint brushes and watercolor brushes, water brushes. So yeah, we're just gonna test this out. We're gonna test it out on the little swatches here and in the sketchbook. So yes, I guess we will start with the Viviva color sheets. I've been waiting to use this product for about 2 years now, and I just want to take the little water brush and a normal paintbrush. I don't want to get a too thick one, I just want to get like a medium thick round brush if I can, one that won't, isn't frayed and isn't destroyed by being in this compactness. And then here are my clean ones. Let's just go with a nice regular small round brush, like a really tiny detailed one. Ooh. And then we'll have, I've got a stray hair there. And then we'll have just a nice big round brush. Ooh. Okay, so I'm going to do a couple of them with the water brush first, then I'm going to try these two detailed brushes. So we're just gonna try these out. Now, I only know a select part about Viviva color sheets. I know that these are pigment dyed or ink dyed. Wow. They are, as you can see, extremely vibrant, especially for the little, I only did the corner, and it is so vibrant. Wow. I've tried a lot of watercolors. I've got like maybe 20 sets of watercolors, and I haven't found that many vivid ones. I've got maybe my favorite set, which is a travel kit, which I got on wish.com, and yeah, it's one of the most vivid ones, but I don't even think it's as vivid as this. So as you can see, you are gonna get pigment on your hands. I'm gonna try not to, but I don't think it's that avoidable. As you can see, I'm only doing like the really corner because I don't like how so many people use like all the like tons of the colors and I don't want to waste it all. I know it says that it's as long lasting as half pans. I just don't want to take that risk. So now we're gonna try super tiny detailed brush, and I just want to see if it will have any difference. Ooh, okay. So it definitely has a different feel. It feels like there's a lot more control of the water with this, which is obviously something you're gonna get anyway. but it also feels like you can control the pigment a bit more. I'm just gonna do 2 of each on for these 3. So this is the last one of the tiny detail brush. Wow, these colors are super bright. This says dusk orange, and whenever I say dusk, I think it's like dark, and yet it is so bright. I do think the colors, they do look different when they've dried. I wonder if that's a normal thing or if it's a non-normal thing, because whenever I've seen, I know that they dry differently on paper, but usually whenever I see it on YouTube, because I did watch a load of videos before buying this to see what I would probably be getting. Oh wow, oh wow, that's lovely. Wow. Oh, I really like that yellow. See, I'm a very bad person when it comes to colors. I'm very select. I'm always like, it's either this color I like or it's that color I like. I don't like a lot of yellows or oranges, which is a shame because a lot of this is made up of orange, yellow and reds. Wow. For me to say wow to a color that isn't purple, isn't blue, and isn't green, that's an achievement. Because it is really hard for me to enjoy any color that isn't purple, that isn't green or blue. Wow. Okay, so I think I'm going to carry on with this brush because it seems to be getting the most out of these, and I just like how it feels. Now this one looks interesting because it looks like it's kind of scratched, so I'm wondering if that will be anything to... Oh wow, wow. The pigment is incredible. Wow, I can't stop saying wow. It is a lovely color. Burnt sienna. Oh wow, even this color. I usually don't like burnt sienna. It's like my least favorite color besides pink. And even that I'm really loving. It's really beautiful. I think they might have also updated the colors, because I remember a lot of people saying that they didn't like that there wasn't a pure brown, and it looks like this one has turned into that. Wow. I wonder if I've got it. Oh, I haven't got it on my hands. Oh wait, I've got a little bit over here. Okay, that's all right. It's not a massive spillage. I wonder how this will turn into light green. Oh, now that is a beautiful green. Wow. And these colors are actually like super like affordable. They're only £15 in the UK and £5 delivery. Oh, I really want to try out this to see what's going on this. Sap green. Ooh. I know a lot of people like sap green. I'm not a massive fan of the color, but this isn't a bad color. I prefer not to use sap green, but on the occasion I might mix it with another color. Wow, all of these colors so far have really impressed me. But now we're coming to the colors that are really gonna show me. So Viridian. Oh wow. Now that is a Viridian. Wow. So beautiful. It's almost like a teal. Wow. I notice I keep saying wow, but there are literally no other words. Like, oh, Dang. Now that blue is so beautiful. It's so bright, but it looks like the colors, whenever they dry, they get a bit darker, and I'm kind of worried about that. It doesn't seem like there's a consistency. Now I'm curious about this Persian blue. I wonder if these white dots affect it. Oh wow. Whoa. Now that is a Persian blue. These blues are so beautiful. But now it's my favorite color, violet, because I just love the color violet. Hence my name. I've had a lot of complaints about this color, that once it dries, sometimes it gets a green tinge. Oops. Oh wow. And I'm really hoping that isn't true, because if it is, it might spoil a couple of my paintings. Wow. But it looks like that I'm gonna have to rub a little bit deeper to get the violet consistency that I want. But yeah, I'm gonna let that dry and see if it turns green when I get back to it. Magenta. A lot of people were upset about magenta because they wanted it to be a bit different, I suppose. Whoa, okay. That's not what I've seen. Usually when I saw magenta, it was more of a pop pink, like a super bright kind of Barbie pink. But that's actually a really nice pink. All these colors are so beautiful. Now for slate black. Oh wow. Oh, okay. That's nice. Alright, I see ya. You have caught my interest. Right, so far it doesn't look like this is turning green, but I'm gonna go to the sketchbook, see how that, goes, and we'll come back to that and see if it changes color. So I'm just gonna put this over here for a second and bring the sketchbook back. Right, I have not done anything in this sketchbook. I actually waited specifically for the next day, today, to do this because I was so excited. I was contemplating, oh, should I maybe do a part 1 and then a part 2 where I do the sketchbook first and then the color sheets. But in the end, I was like, nah, I don't want to do that. Why not just do it all together? And you know what? I'm so glad I waited. So now we're going to get onto it. I'm going to do a couple of, like, this isn't even the first page, but I don't really want to ruin that page. You ever start a new sketchbook and you just don't want to touch the first page? Apparently that's a thing for everyone. I wonder if... okay. I'm just going to skip that first. And I'm just going to go on to this page. Now, this is a 100% cotton. It is a 40 pages, 300 GSM, cold pressed, acid free paper, and it's A5, so it's pretty small. Right, let's go back to our color sheets and bring them out. I'm gonna go from the top again and get our crimson. The crimson has actually turned, I'm not quite sure if you can see, but it's kind of gone a little bit orange. Like if I show you, it's gone a bit orange, which is kind of curious. So I'm just going to try it first with normal round brush. Just take a smidge in the corner. I'm just going to do a line, a very wonky line. And I'm just going to add some water to that. Just going to see what happens. It is very pigmented. I'm just gonna keep doing this for each of them. But I am a little bit nervous that it seems like it's so pigmented that it doesn't seem to want to fade out unless I add tons of water, which I guess is okay because it just means that there's so much pigment. But it also means that it's going to be hard to get a super light crimson or a super light pink or a super light any other colour really. It's just a bit interesting is all. This is just a test to see what's going on, to see how this works and if I like it. Who knows, these might become my new favourite watercolours. Even though they're not specifically watercolours, they're dyes and pigments. I really call them watercolours because, well, they're water activated. And I actually really enjoy it. They're so comfortable, they're so easy to use. There are some colours that I absolutely adore. Like even this orange, oh, it's so beautiful. Just wow. Oh. It has actually started to stain my little jar of water, which is kind of interesting because I know that these are stain. Like they cannot come out of clothes. So that's why I've pulled my sleeves up, because I don't want to get them on my sleeves. But literally just a tiny dunk into the watercolor paper of the color sheets and I get so much pigment onto my brush. Now these say that they will last as long as half pans. I have only finished one half pan in my entire watercolor selection and I immediately refilled it. And I guess that's the only issue I have with these, is that once these are all gone, I'm gonna have to rebuy the whole set again, which I guess it's not that bad, especially if these become my next like all the time use tool. Oh wow, that burnt umber is so pretty. Oh, I just love how it goes so dark to so bright. There is another set that I'm going to be buying, which I will do another review on because I haven't seen any reviews for it, and it is the spring collection of the colour sheets. I think it has more earthy tones, it has more purple, and to be honest, that's the main reason I want it, is just for the purple, because I love purple. Now I'm curious about this green. It says light green, but it's not really light. It's kind of not light at all. Although when you add water, it gets so light. I think it's more of a, what's the word? A spring green, I guess you could say. Where it's not exactly bright, but it's not dark. Move out of the way. Huh, that's unique. Usually when it comes to sap colours or sap green, I am not a massive fan at all. I usually hate the way it looks on paper, but compared the paper to the colour sheets paper where I sampled it, it actually looks so much nicer on this. I also like how it has these protective sheets, which is really cool because you can actually just pick up the leftover residue, which I think is pretty awesome. If nobody's figured that out yet, and I'm the first to figure that out, you're welcome. Oh, it's time for the Viridian. I'm excited about this colour. Oh, okay. It turns out more green on the paper than it does blue. Which I guess is the whole point, because it's not blue. Well, it's not supposed to be. But dang, is it beautiful. That's just the title for all of these colours. Beautiful. Like, I have no complaints. Except for the fact that I can't refill them. Which sucks, but at the same time, I can understand why. Because you want people to buy your product. And to be honest, the price is really reasonable. Compared to other watercolors I've tried, like Dala and Rowney, or Aquafine, or even Arteza. Arteza has watercolors that are for like super extreme prices, and they're not even as good as this. Sorry, Arteza, I love your products. But this is amazing. Like, I would price this super high. And yet it's super cheap. It's just beautiful. I am excited to do actual paintings with this piece. Like, wow. Oh yeah, the purple violets in the colour sheets, it's not turned green yet, which I'm extremely happy about. Because that means it probably won't turn green in my sketchbook. Which, by the way, seems to be holding the water really good. There's no leaking. It's standing really good. So that's really good. The sketchbook is really nice. The only issue I have is that while it says it can spread open onto the, like, if you fold it over, it won't have a crease. It does. That's the only issue I have. If it was a binded, like it had the ringlets, this sketchbook would be 100 out of 100. Let's try the magenta. Ooh, that came out really dark. Ooh, now that is a nice pink. Wow, that is such a beautiful pink. Now, pink is the worst color to me. I hate pink with almost every fiber of my being. I hate it so much, and yet I love this pink. It is so, oops, I accidentally hit my tripod. It is so beautiful, I can't even. Wow. Alright, and the final colour, slate black. Oops. Now I am curious to see if this black will stay black or if it's going to turn grey. I'm pretty sure it's going to go grey. Yeah, it looks like it's gone grey. It's not a pure black, if you get what I mean. Like, it stays black at the top, but it's not a pure black. It's like a Payne's grey, which I actually am pretty happy about because I have not tried a Payne's grey. I've only seen things and people love that colour. So, right, well, everyone, I'm really happy with the colour sheets. These are actually so amazing. I actually might like them more than my regular watercolours. I'm actually going to do one more test with the water brush. So yeah, let me just do that quickly. It probably won't take as long as with the round brush because I had to continuously dip, whereas with this I don't need to continuously dip. So let me just do it down here. Oh, there is definitely a difference. Oops, I just realised I dipped it and I didn't need to dip it. Very interesting. I honestly think I prefer to have it with just a normal water brush. Not a brush. Not I liked it with a normal brush more than a water brush because I had more control. But at the same time, there is a nice feel with the water brush, as it feels like I can get a very watercolor style without worrying too much about hard edges. I'm not sure. It's kind of a mixed bag. I think I prefer it with a normal paintbrush over water brush, but there is a certain charm to water brushes. The only issue I have with water brushes is they accidentally leak water whenever I use them. They don't actually hold it inside the barrel. So 1, 2, 3, 4. This is going by a lot. Oh no! Oh, just like I said, a droplet has just fallen. Well, I'll have to use that now. Oh, that chrome yellow. That looks a lot nicer. It looks almost like a oh, what's the word? An India yellow? I think that's the word. I can't believe it's just gone on to the yellow ochre and made a splotch. I feel so bad for my watercolor sheets now. I love how I say I don't need to dip, and yet I'm still dipping. That's probably my issue. Right, let's do till light green. But yeah, even that light green is a lot brighter with the water brush. I feel like with the water brush, because it has so much water on the actual bristles, it's a lot easier to get the pigments pure colour. But at the same time, you can't really get any of those darker edges. So it's a bit of a mixed bag, really. I really can't wait to see how this actually works when I do an actual painting. I am not going to do a painting for the live stream, but when I do a painting, I will definitely show my progress and everything, because I am loving these and I'm only just swatching. And oh my god, look at that. That's so beautiful. It looks like fire. That's so pretty. Time for the peacock blue, which is so bright. Oh my god. That is such a bright, vibrant blue. Oh my god. I have an issue trying to get any bright blues, because all my bright blues just turn out to be either ultramarine, which is bright but not bright enough, or Prussian blue, which is just too dark. Oh no, I've made a splodge. Oh no! Oh no! Oh, dang it. You ever try and make a sketchbook first page look pretty, and then you make a mistake and it looks terrible? Me. Like, even though this blue is dark and that blue's dark, you can tell that this one is darker than that one. Whereas with ultramarine and Prussian blue, you often get mixed. But oh my god, look at this purple. Oh my god, I love it. And it still hasn't turned green, which is a really good plus, because that means none of my paintings will go green. The only person I saw whose painting went green was Casey Gold, I believe her name is, or Casey Art. I basically just watched a ton of videos about this just to see how good they are, the hype, and if I truly wanted to get them. And I am so glad I got them. I'm definitely getting the spring collection because I just want the spring collection. I'm definitely going to get a few more of these. Although I will say that the size is really small. Like, it is super tiny compared to my sketchbook. I'll show you in a second the size comparisons. Like, this is A5 paper, and this is even smaller than that. This is like A2 or A6. No, not A2. This is like A6 or A7. If I show you. It is almost the height of A5, but it is nowhere near the same. Right, so these are my two swatches of the round brush without any like water brushes, and the water brush without any round brush. I honestly prefer the round brush because I feel I have more control. I feel like I can lift the pigment a little bit easier than the water brush. I can get the lighter tones than the darker tones, and I just feel a little bit happier with those. So I'm going to call that a day. Thank you for joining this live, and yeah, I will see you in the next one. I'll be posting this on YouTube if I can, and that's all for now. So thank you, and I will see you later. Bye.